I am alone. That is the first line written in Chapter 1 of Batman Dark Victory, and is a line that speaks to how Bruce Wayne felt for so much of his life after his parents' deaths. But instead of trying to fill the void their deaths left through community and relationships, Bruce decides to fill it by becoming Batman, a symbol for his anger and hatred for the evil in the world and in Gotham. But this decision to devote his life to Batman only magnifies the solitude he'd felt before. Nevertheless, he continues as Batman. But what if Bruce were given a chance for real companionship, one that could coincide with his alter ego? Would he actually take it? The answer to that question isn't as simple as you might think, and thus the point of this video. Before we continue, be sure to like and subscribe. This is one of my first attempts into the comic book realm, and that's something I really want to add to this channel. This video will contain spoilers from Batman The Long Halloween and Dark Victory. So if you haven't read those stories, I suggest you read them. They're awesome. But if you don't care about spoilers, continue.
Bruce, you have failed me.
Fear is a tool. Not only one for Batman to use against the forces of evil, but one for the forces of evil to use on Batman. In Chapter 7, Bruce is deep in his investigation when Alfred notices something is wrong. Bruce is slipping. He's misremembering facts of the case, having outbursts of anger. Alfred brings up that nobody is perfect, including Batman. The only problem with being alone is being alone. This is not news to Bruce. He knows full well that, theoretically, allies in his crusade will not only make him more effective, but will be better for Gotham's well-being. The problem is, he's tried that route already. And the one time he did, things went worse than even he could have predicted. In The Long Halloween, the story directly preceding Dark Victory, Batman must solve a string of murders targeting those close to Carmine Falcone, Gotham's biggest crime boss, with each killing taking place on a holiday. To pursue this holiday killer, he teams up with the trusty Commissioner Gordon and the driven District Attorney Harvey Dent. Bruce can relate to Harvey in a way that he can't relate with Jim. Jim Gordon is a good man, who wants to do what he can in a flawed city. But while he's a good man, there's something he's missing that lies within Bruce. To succeed in Gotham, you need to be more than good. Good will not suffice. Bruce realized that even before he donned the cape and cowl. But something that Bruce learns is that Harvey has such an obsession as well. Unlike Jim, or Alfred, or even Selina, Harvey is willing to put all else aside to cleanse Gotham. However, Harvey realized this perhaps too late. He had already begun forging a life with his wife Gilda. Unlike Bruce, Harvey's obsession with justice has true collateral damage, leading Gilda to take drastic action. Because of their similar drive, Bruce can trust Harvey in a way that he can't trust others. In fact, Bruce and Harvey are so close, he even considers revealing to him his identity. But the same obsession that makes Harvey Bruce's dear friend also makes Harvey the biggest suspect in the Holiday case. Bruce denies the evidence, not wanting to believe it. But finally, he must accept the reality that Harvey may in fact be the Holiday killer. After a myriad of twists and turns, the worst bears true, and Harvey Dent embraces the moniker of Holiday. This Bruce and Harvey dynamic is really fascinating, and I think it deserves a lot more analysis, so maybe that comes in a future video. We'll see. This severe betrayal closes Bruce off from any further assistance, resulting in him holding even Commissioner Gordon at arm's length. The obvious reason behind this is that if Bruce lets people in, their departure can further tear away his already wavering soul. And given the risks that comes with being in Gotham and him being Batman, loss via relocation, or much worse, is all too likely. But there is a less obvious reason behind Batman's more extreme seclusion, a reason that doesn't have anything to do with the dangers of Gotham and him being Batman. Bruce's devotion to Batman is reason enough to hurt those he loves. Just as Gilda and dreams of building a family were caught in the crossfire between Harvey and the mob, anyone Bruce cares for will inevitably be caught between the war between Batman and the evils of Gotham City. Only the scope of his battle is much larger than the scope of Harvey's. This is all very logical, but maybe the truth is being hidden behind logic.
All things wither, Bruce. But if we're lucky, not for a long time.
The Shawshank Redemption is one of the truly great movies of our time, and is also a personal favorite of mine. Now don't worry, even though it came out a long time ago, I won't spoil it for anyone who might want to see it. But in the movie, there's an idea expressed that I want to talk about. There's a man who's been at prison for nearly all his life, but when he's finally allowed to go home, he doesn't want to. Red, the main character played by Morgan Freeman, has a great line about the walls of prison that is quite applicable to our topic.
You believe whatever you want, Floyd. But I'm telling you, these walls are funny. First you hate them, then you get used to them. Enough time passes, you get so you depend on them.
This line is about human nature's ability to adapt to circumstances and eventually find comfort in them, no matter what. Bruce suffered in solitude for so long, but he, being human, was able to find comfort in his solitude, so much that he would crave it, eventually never wanting to let it go. And Harvey's betrayal gave him just the excuse to return to what had become a comfortable situation. So what changes for the Dark Knight? How is he able to move forward? Robin, as a character, serves as a vehicle for civilizing Bruce. He's able to take the dark and brooding and humanize him and the story through his own lightheartedness. This is a trend we've seen in countless media. Joel and Ellie in The Last of Us, The Mandalorian and Grogu, Kratos and Atreus. I could go on and on. But what makes Bruce and Dick's relationship in Dark Victory interesting is the fact that Bruce initiates it. Dick Grayson is normally a very cheerful person, and he provides much needed light to Bruce's shadow, but such is not the dynamic when they first meet. Bruce first finds Dick at the carnival, as witness to the death of his parents, creating an obvious parallel between the two. He impulsively adopts him, but doesn't exactly know what to do. Apparently, through all the years of training himself to the peak of human's ability, parenting was not in the syllabus. Bruce mostly keeps his distance, focusing more on finding Dick's parents' killer as Batman than raising Dick as a father figure. Dick notes his absence and laments the fact that he is alone in the world, a thought we've become quite familiar with. Dick connects more with Batman than he does Bruce Wayne. The two don't meet in any random circumstance though. Their first encounter is when Batman catches Dick trying to find the man who killed his parents. He mimics Bruce's unique method of therapy, and for the first time, Bruce and Dick finally connect. This connection is further solidified when he takes off his cowl and reveals his identity to an outsider for the first time, a step he almost took with Harvey, but can now take with Robin. Bruce understands that he is only one man and that he needs help. He works alongside Commissioner Gordon, invites the help of Harvey Dent, Dick Grayson, but why does he want to? This may seem like a weird question, but it dawned on me that there may be another reason as to why Bruce Wayne wants cooperatives in his life as Batman. A simple answer is that to want community is human, and Batman, being a human, should want community as well. That's true. Very true, in fact. But there is more depth to this idea of Batman being human. During the Christmas season, out of personal enjoyment and preparation for this video, I watched the episode of Batman the Animated Series, Christmas with the Joker. What I found in it was something quite interesting. At the beginning of the episode, Robin asks Batman to watch the movie It's a Wonderful Life, to which Bruce refuses because Batman must never rest, even on Christmas Eve. When they return, and finally find the time to watch the movie, the Joker interrupts the broadcast and details his evil plan. The plan involves general mayhem, mass murder, as expected, with zingers like this.
Oh, look, Laffy. Mommy Lawful has something to say.
My mother's on that train.
Your mother? Well, that's different then.
Yeah, it'll be even more exciting when it crashes.
Batman and Robin head off into the night to stop the Joker. The episode plays out how you'd expect it to, but there is an interesting and persistent theme throughout. That theme is of the Joker's lack of a real family. Joker dresses up his hostages in the roles of a traditional family, mocking the idea of family, and mentioning that it's something Batman would need more than him. It reads as maybe a bit of projection, but there's really no solid evidence for that claim. Understanding that the Joker is the direct antithesis to Batman, their shared embrace of solitude raises some interesting questions. The Joker is a character characterized by his lack of morality. He kills without a second thought, never showing the capacity for empathy or guilt. He's hardly ever attributed a real name, a detailed backstory, and there is no significant character arc. No insignificant character arc either. In short, the Joker is a character defined by his inhumanity. But Batman can be defined by his inhumanity as well. His inhuman will, desire for justice, his inhuman discipline, intelligence. Aside from the more obvious tells, what is the true difference between Batman and the Joker, a man and a monster? According to Christmas with the Joker, we're told the difference between a man and a monster is family, cheesy as it may sound. Because Bruce's willingness to accept others into his life is not just a sign that he is a human like you and me. It is the thing that keeps him human, like you and me. The Joker is not just a symbol of evil for the audience, but he is the embodiment of evil to Batman as well, the one who has hurt Bruce like no other, forced him to question his no-killing rule more than anyone, the bane of his existence, if you will. With that being the case, Bruce surely wants to share nothing in common with him, and for the most part, he doesn't. Bruce is imposing, the Joker is not. Bruce is good, the Joker is not. Bruce upholds order. The Joker is a self-described
Agent of chaos.
But if there's one thing, just one thing they have the potential to find common ground on, it is solitude. Knowing this, Bruce must force himself to have relationships if he must. This answer as to why Bruce Wayne makes himself open up to people is not specific to Christmas with the Joker, but it reveals itself in the final chapters of Dark Victory as well. In the final pages, we see what a true monster looks like. Sofia Falcone, hell-bent on revenge and blinded by rage, goes to the lengths of killing innocent cops, a family member, and purposely scarring her own face to appear like her father Carmine. Her relationship with her brothers shows how far gone she allows herself to be. Instead of confiding in the only people who could understand her pain, she pushes each of them away, even killing one. Evident in Sofia's story is the evil that can fester in a human heart when left alone to its own devices, and this evil can quickly turn what was once a human heart inhuman.